Why hello there, and welcome to my SimCity 5 Making Huge Cities video. And how do I make these huge, beautiful cities every time? It's not that hard, you just follow the basic mechanics of the game. Now one of the most important mechanics is your roads. And a lot of people, you're probably watching this video after watching some roundabout videos or over and under roads. Those roads do not work. I've used every add-on there is. I've made my own roads. And yeah, so people like me are the people who invent those crazy roads, and it's mostly for show. Does it increase traffic? No. And I'm going to explain the mechanics of this game right now. The smaller squares increase the speed of your traffic. So the smaller your squares are, the faster your traffic moves around the city. What does that mean? That means your fire will have more coverage. Your police will have more coverage. Your medics go farther, quicker and faster. So it's all about that. As long as the square is big enough to house one huge building, that's really all you need. Another big thing about having the small squares, though, is the parks. You need to place the parks very strategically. For every huge building, you need at least a park of a capacity of 48 people or more. Parks are very important in this game. They drive land value up higher than any of the other SimCities. And even if people go out of work, as long as they're happy, usually they don't leave the building. So it's very crucial, and that's how I get away with zoning little work and next to no industrial, which I'll explain in a minute. And yeah, that's how I create huge buildings. I mean, people just love to commute between the commercial and the residential, and they don't even care about the industry. Now, also, how do I keep the demand for industry up, but no one in my city wants to work there? I usually only put my train station in the industrial. That is a very crucial step for a lot of people. If you put your train station in the industrial, the out-of-towners will work there and your residents won't. And your residents not working there is good, because that means they will not get sick. One of the main causes of getting sick in this game is working at the industrial buildings. So that's a good way to keep them. Now I will zone the industrial off to the left, far out of the way, and I will replace it as my city gets bigger with power plants and whatever else I want, and I will basically dezone it. It will be commercial or industrial. It will be industrial still, but it won't be zoned. It'll be just random buildings that I put there that pollute, all my polluting buildings. And yeah, I just don't like industrial. I usually make one city designated for it, just so I don't have to deal with people getting sick and stuff. So I zoned everything, and I'm starting to put in my fire and medics, so you can see look at how dark, how bright the green is. That means they are traveling very quick throughout this part of the city. And if I connect that road up there to the road at the top tier to the lower one, it will send the coverage up there, no problem. And yes, that's the reason for the small squares. It increases traffic, way better roundabouts and all that stuff. It's just way better. And these squares are even bigger than what I wanted to use, but I was just using this as a guide for you guys, so you understand how to get the big cities going. And yeah, it's not that much to it. So like I said, I zone my industrial way off to the side, and then I usually put a train station in there when I have enough money. And that's one of the first things I do. I make one of every building, even the train. And I do not do the bus before the train. A lot of people put the bus before the train. I don't. I use the train before the bus. Always. Because even if you put a bus in, even if you're the first region in the town, the train's always going to bring in tourists or commuters or out-of-towners, even if there's no one else in the whole freaking region. So that's another reason why I like to put the train in too. It automatically starts bringing out-of-towners in, which is very good for you. Especially when it's bringing them into the industrial zone where they can work and keep your people from working there. So peace out.